Harper Audio presents Sons of Camelot, written and read by Laurence Leamer. On his third birthday, John F. Kennedy Jr. stood holding his mother's hand as the caisson pulled by 6 gray horses rolled by, bearing the body of his father. It was a cold day, and John was wearing shorts and a cloth coat. His mother, Jacqueline Bouvier Kennedy, whispered to her son, and John saluted his father. This was not a little boy making a stab at a military greeting, but a young actor performing a soldier's salute. Practically everyone in America who viewed the funeral of President John F. Kennedy on television on November 23, 1963, or saw the picture in the newspapers, felt a poignant identity with the fatherless child. It was an indelible image, forever frozen in that moment. One of Robert F. Kennedy's first acts after his brother's assassination was to write a letter to his oldest son, reminding 11-year-old Joe of the obligations of his name. "You are the oldest of all the male grandchildren," he wrote. "You have a special and particular responsibility now, which I know you will fulfill. Remember all the things that Jack started. Be kind to others that are less fortunate than we, and love our country." Young Joe was the oldest of all the Kennedy grandchildren, and if it was not burden enough to be faced with the violent death of his beloved uncle, he now was being given another, even heavier load to lift. Bobby sent the letter to Joe, but the message was meant for all his sons and nephews. More than anything else, Jack willed to his brothers, son, and nephews a treasure chest of promise, golden nuggets of what might have been and what might yet be. Just as the 46-year-old leader would be forever young, his administration would be forever unfulfilled. Historians would endlessly debate the qualities of distinction he had shown in the Oval Office, but he would stand high in the minds of his fellow citizens, remembered by most Americans as one of the greatest of presidents. As they attempted to fulfill the mandate that Jack had left them, Bobby and his younger brother, Edward M. Kennedy, had an immense capital of goodwill and feeling, unlike anything an American political family had known before. Americans had worn the black crepe of mourning for Abraham Lincoln and Franklin D. Roosevelt, but they did not seek to elevate their heirs or to see their presidencies as part of an ongoing family endeavor in which a brother or a son might rightfully assume that same mantle of high power. The 2 surviving Kennedy brothers and their male offspring faltered again and again as they attempted to fulfill that mandate. In the years after President Kennedy's assassination in 1963, among these 2 surviving sons and 17 grandsons, 4 would die violently, 1 by assassination, 1 by drug overdose, 1 by playing a dangerous game on the ski slopes, and 1 in a private plane crash brought on largely by overconfidence. These men would be the drivers in automobile accidents that killed 1 young woman and crippled another. 5 others would die traveling with these men. At least 7 of these Kennedy men would be for a time drug addicts or self-proclaimed alcoholics, while several others would have not publicly acknowledged problems with alcohol or drugs. 2 of them would be accused of rape, 1 involving a 14-and-a-half-year-old. Although there were Kennedy men who lived lives without public troubles and pursued causes of immense social goodness, the sad litany includes sons from 5 of the 6 Kennedy families. It is a startling tally, and one that speaks to a complex tale of hidden lives and often untoward conduct leading to tragic consequences.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?